Church.
Hey, Eric, how fast did you guys get together on this show? Like, who made the calls?
Luke called me almost the day or two after. We were still in the process of, we have a lot of boots on the ground. I mean, that's where I spend half my year. I mean, the community that we live in there is gone, and we were still kind of dealing with that part. And Luke called, and credit to him, he had already reached out to the Teppers and the Panthers and said, hey, I've got an idea, and then we started putting together from there. But it's been something that normally takes months to plan, that we've tried to do in a few days. So but it's been the outpouring, the artists. We all kind of went through our phones and started calling artists, and everybody's been great, to chip in and help, and hopefully it's going to raise a lot of money for the community now. But as I've said many times, if anybody has seen the devastation there, this is not a months-long thing. This is a year's thing, and being able to shed a light on that and being able to maybe silo some of this money, that we can then look at the rebuilding and restructuring 12 to 18 months from now is going to be critical.
The show tickets go on sale today. So the actual show is Saturday, October 26th. Yeah, this is quick for a major show, which is amazing on you guys' part to organize this. Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, which is where the Panthers play. And again, tickets are on sale today at 10 a.m. Eastern. You go to concertforcarolina.com. It's Eric, Luke Combs, Billy Strings, James Taylor. Yeah, is that what you guys do? You just start scrolling through to see like who personally has been affected and who you don't mind asking to come and just donate their time?
I mean, yeah. I mean, we just, and there's going to be more announced, Bobby. There's a lot of artists that have chipped in. There are a lot of surprises that night. A lot of people that are going to show up that are buddies of ours. So, yeah. I mean, short answer is we kind of went through our phone, and Luke got a hold of Billy, and then I made it my mission to get James Taylor. So it took me about a day or so, but I set about getting to James, and kind of made it pretty simple. Somebody's going to play Going to Carolina in my mind that night. It's either going to be me or him, and I wanted it to be him, and I'm glad it's going to be him. So he was gracious to chip in. Where
you live over there, where you grew up, what's happening?
The area that I'm in, the foothills there. So I mean, they've had some damage, but nothing nearly what's happened in the mountains. I mean, that's a bunch of small, tight knit communities, and all divided by creeks and rivers. And when this happened, those creeks and rivers is what caused a lot of this devastation. And now they didn't just damage the communities; they erased a lot of these communities. And what's always been impressive to me about the area is they're tough people, but those small communities, when they have trouble, they can always rely on the community next door to come for help. And the unique situation here is there is no community next door. It's gone too. So it's up to us, it's up to the country, it's up to the state to be that community next door. And that's really the genesis of where this concert came from, where the song Darkest Hour came from. I mean, all of these things is about how can we be the community that responds to what I believe is the very fabric of America. I mean, that's who makes up these communities. We should champion and help them as much as we can.
Eric Church on with us. You mentioned something when talking about the concert, like the concert, you're getting money right then, but you also said you want to silo off some of that money because it's going to take a year, 18 months, 2 years, which makes it really interesting. You put out the song Darkest Hour and, all the publishing royalties. That does take a second. But to your point, that is money that will be coming in that can help for, again, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. Did you decide pretty quickly to put the song out and do that?
I'd been in the studio for a project next year and had already recorded the song just a few weeks before this happened. And as I was listening back to some of the mixes on the project, I listened to Darkest Hour, and I had an emotional response to it, after the hurricane and what had happened there. And, the line of "In your darkest hour, I'll come running," it just hit me. And I called up my manager, and I was like, I know that with our plans next year, and I feel like that sometimes you give a song its moment, and sometimes the song picks its own moment. And I said, I'm going to regret this a year from now if we don't try to help out with this song. More importantly than the money to me is shining a light on what has happened there and what is going to continue to be happening there. And that's the great thing about a song is it's not just a moment in time. It lives throughout that time. And it's something that for now and in the future, and in North Carolina, the people in North Carolina, I mean, I signed over the copyright of that song, so they'll own that in perpetuity forever. It's theirs. So it's something that won't only help now, but it'll help in the coming years.
The show's Saturday, October 26th. Tickets are on sale now, concertforcarolina.com. There are still many ways you can also help if you can't get to the concert. And we're going to play Darkest Hour now, which we've been playing. And again, like you said, you strain this thing even when you're not home,
Keep it going.
Keep it going.
Yeah.
Eric, appreciate what you're doing. Appreciate the time. And I hope you guys are able to raise a whole lot of money and help a whole lot of people, man.
Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate you having me.
All right, Eric. See you, buddy.